Almost all child deaths in low-income countries are caused by 3 very dangerous illnesses: pneumonia, which is a serious chest infection, diarrhoea, which is loose stools, and malaria, which is caught from mosquito bites. This film will help you understand when your child is very ill and in need of urgent medical attention. Here's our expert to explain more.
Children of all ages are at risk of severe illness which can lead to death. If you notice any of the following signs, you must immediately take your child to a health worker. The signs that you need to look for are difficulty in breathing, no interest in drinking or breastfeeding, vomiting, a dry mouth and cracked lips, very high or very low temperature. For example, does your child feel much hotter or colder than normal? Pale skin, blue lips, irritable or upset behavior, unusual sleeping patterns, unconsciousness, which is when your child cannot be woken up, fitting, or violent shaking of the body and limbs or arms and legs.
My baby had blue lips and I didn't know that this is a problem. The community health worker told me to go to the hospital.
My daughter didn't do breastfeed. It was unusual for her, but I didn't know it was dangerous.
If your child has any of these signs, you must immediately take them to a health worker. And remember, even if you think your child is ill, then you must keep giving her fluids such as breast milk or other safe fluids like cooled boiled water. If she feels cold, wrap her so she is warm. But if she feels very hot, don't wrap her at all.
So now we understand the signs of serious ill health in the child. We're ready to learn more about diarrhoea. This is a life-threatening disease.
The main sign of diarrhea is very runny or watery stools or poo. If you notice any of these signs, your child may have dangerous diarrhea. Look out for low appetite, fewer wet nappies or less wee than usual, and if your child is also vomiting, then the diarrhea is even more dangerous. If you see any of these signs, then also check to see whether your child is very hot. You can check this by feeling the forehead or body. Do not feel the feet or hands, as these can often be cool even with a high temperature. Sleepy at unusual times, coughing, or having difficulty breathing. Diarrhea can lead to dehydration, which is when your child has lost so much fluid that the heart is in danger of not having enough fluids to pump around the body. Check if your child is dehydrated by looking for a dry mouth and cracked lips, sunken or hollow eyes, restless or irritable behavior, unusual sleeping patterns, fewer wet nappies or less wee than usual. You should also pinch the skin on your child's tummy. If the pinched up skin takes some time to become flat again, this shows your child is dehydrated. Next, feel the hands and feet. If they are cold, then your child could be very sick, especially if it's a young baby. Also, check in the nappy for blood in the poo or stools. Offer your child fluid and watch to see if she's keen to drink or is she not able to drink. If your child shows any of these signs of dehydration, then take her straight away to a health worker. If she's drinking well and keeping the fluid down, give her frequent sips of oral rehydration solution, also known as ORS, which you can get from a health worker.
My son's eyes look sunken. I knew that he needs fluid, so I should get in medical center straight away.
My daughter has a dry mouth and lips. This means she is very ill, so I need to take hospital.
My daughter had a loose stool in her diaper more than 1 week, so I took her to the nearest medical center to treat her.
Now we know the signs and symptoms of diarrhea, let's find out how to treat it.
Dehydration must be treated by giving oral rehydration solution, also known as ORS. Your child must drink this every time she has a loose stool or poo. You can get this from the health worker or nearest health post. Make this drink by mixing 2 packets of it in clean boiled water that has cooled down. After each loose stool, your child should have 1/4 to half of a bottle of the drink if she's under 2 years old, or 1 to 2 bottles if she's over 2 years old. As well as giving ORS, you must continue to feed your child. And if you can, give her zinc, as this will also help with their diarrhea. You can get zinc tablets from your health worker. They come in 2 sizes, 10 mg and 20 mg. If you are using a 10 mg tablet, give 1 tablet to babies under 6 months, 2 tablets to children over 6 months. If you are using a 20 mg tablet, break the tablet into 2 halves and give 1 of these halves each day to babies under 6 months old, and a whole tablet to children over 6 months old. Sometimes diarrhea will last for more than 14 days and can cause malnutrition, which is a severe lack of food. If this happens, then take her back to a health worker or health post as soon as possible. As we have said before, diarrhea is very common and also life-threatening. You can make it less likely your child will get serious diarrhea by always washing your hands with soap, washing and preparing food with clean hands, breastfeeding for as long as you can, making sure all water used is boiled, cooled and stored in a clean, sealed container, preparing food away from the toilet area, taking zinc and vitamin A supplements, making sure your child has all her vaccinations.
You should now know how to recognise the symptoms of diarrhea and how to treat it, but it's very important to try to prevent it in the first place. Doing this could save your child's life and the lives of many children every year.